I didn't lose my way. I just stayed longer than I was supposed to. There was a version of me that kept calling comfort faith, kept asking God for clarity, while ignoring the strength He was already giving me. This season was heavy, not because it broke me, but because it worked me. I was carrying prayers that required action, answers that required obedience, and faith that didn't feel loud but wouldn't leave me alone. I learned that silence isn't empty, it's instructional. That waiting isn't wasting time, it's preparation. There was a before I trusted myself, before I realized growth can feel lonely, before I understood that leaving doesn't mean you failed. And then there's now. Now I see clarity. Life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. Even the moments that didn't make sense, even the doors that closed without explanation, even the version of me I had to let go of. I'm leaving a season that taught me how to kneel and stepping into the one that requires me to stand. I'm becoming someone I once prayed for quietly, without knowing how much change those prayers would demand. Some days still feel heavy, but the difference now is I don't run from the weight. I carry it with purpose. I'm not perfect, I'm aligned, and if you're standing at the edge of a season afraid to let it end, just know this: God doesn't close chapters to punish you, He closes them because you're ready for what's next. And so am I.
What's up, creatives and family? If you made it this far, I appreciate you for just taking the time to watch my visual poem. For the longest time, I've wanted to really just put out my poetry and some of the thoughts that cross my mind. In 2025, I was really putting some things together, but in 2026, I was like, yo, I gotta execute. This poem that I've written called The Becoming is really just a journey. It's a story on the old version facing the new version. It's a poem that speaks about faith and really just dealing with yourself, because the hardest thing to deal with is ourself. You know, looking in the mirror isn't an easy thing because you might not like what you see in the mirror. If you made it this far, like I said, let's have a conversation. What's something that you deal with all the time that you haven't necessarily faced yet? Who will you become? Who will you become? I hope that this video has blessed you and has resonated with you. On that note, I am out. Deuces.